In this section, we'll be covering the parts of a tank. The following is your guide to the individual sections of a tank. These references will be used throughout this course in order to provide you a resource for reference during the upcoming topics. While this is considered resource material, it is also important to know the parts of a tank as it will assist you in your firing solutions during battle. The parts of a tank are as follows: upper front plate or UFP, middle front plate or MFP, lower front plate or LFP, side plate or SP, upper side plate or USP, lower side plate or LSP, machine gun port or MP, driver periscope or PE, front side turret or FST, front turret or FTP, side turret plate or STP, commander's hatch or CC, frontal roof armor or FR. Additional parts of the tank are rear plate or RP, upper side panel or USP, lower side panel or LSP, rear turret panel or RTP, and the side turret panel or STP. Ammunition types. In World of Tanks, choosing the correct ammo for the task can be just as decisive and instrumental as proper firing. In World of Tanks, we have a total of 5 types of ammunition: armor piercing or AP, high explosive or HE, armor piercing composite rigid or APCR, high explosive anti-tank or heat rounds, premium high explosive, also known as HE. Armor piercing. This shell does the full damage listed on the gun specifications if it penetrates the enemy's armor. But if the shell doesn't penetrate the target, it will bounce and do no damage whatsoever. It can also damage tank modules and crew if it hits at the right spot. This is also the most commonly used ammunition type for public matches. However, it is frowned upon in clan wars over the highly preferred gold round. High explosives. This shell type has the highest damage value among all the shell types in the game, but also has a very low penetration value. It doesn't need to penetrate to damage the target, but it usually won't do as much damage as is stated on the gun specifications. If it manages to penetrate the armor, it will explode inside the tank and get full damage according to the specifications. Plus, HE deals additional damage to multiple internal modules and or crew, which depend on how high the HE damage value is. HE shells typically have 25% more damage than AP shells, rounded to the first significant figure. This is more commonly used to damage an enemy where normal AP rounds are unable to penetrate. Armor-piercing composite rigid. This is the standard and most common premium ammunition for most tanks in the game. It has the highest penetration value, but the damage value is still the same as a normal AP shell. High explosive anti-tank. This is the premium ammunition for most SPG and howitzer type guns. It carries a higher penetration value than HE, but works like an AP shell, meaning that you must hit the target directly to do damage. It produces less damage than penetrated regular HE shells. Premium high explosive. Found in some SPG guns, it has no significant difference to its HE counterpart other than a larger splash damage radius. That larger damage radius is a welcome thought when friendly SPGs use this to batter enemies that are behind cover. Depending on the SPG, it will use this or heat rounds in clan wars. AP and APCR will lose penetration over distance as they are based on velocity. Heat and HE, unlike AP and APCR, maintain penetration over distance.